So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So today, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. The Roe versus Wade being officially overturned. Yes, you've heard it. I'm sure if you've been on the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters, you have seen it non-stop. That is what is raving right now. The decision has been made to overturn Roe versus Wade. So what this means for women, for females in America, is more restrictions on our bodies. We have more restrictions placed on us than, if you look at the ladder of guns, for example. We have more restrictions on us, our reproductive rights, women, than a gun that could go and kill many people, as we have seen it constantly do. All right. Because I did a video about it prior and I was like, man, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And then it really hit me. It hit me hard when I finally found out that they did it. When I finally found out that they overturned this. You know, it's just, we're doing nothing but taking steps back. That's all we're doing with everything. You know, you could talk about this, but with other cases that are going on, with other legislations that are going on, just the entire environment that's happening in America, all we're doing is taking steps back. There's no reason for it at all. All right. Now, you do have, different states that are like, for different rules in regards to it, like, what the weeks, what the week amount is for you get abortions. So a lot of this stuff varies by states, but just overall, just even having this is a huge disappointment. You're saying that the woman is 100% responsible for every single thing that happens with this kid. Meanwhile, you're saying that the male who could get a mandatory vasectomy, and that's one of the things that is raving as well. People are saying, there's a whole bunch of different options that people are saying as well. People are like, well, why don't you ban condoms then, right? Because this is something that, yes, some people will use this as birth control, okay? Yes, people know condoms break, the heat of the moment, whatever, maybe you didn't have one on, whatever the case may be, female gets pregnant, and then yes, this would be used as a birth control. But abortions are not only used as that, they are also used as measures in case the female is in danger. If she's in danger of possibly dying or gathering, maybe some crazy hemorrhaging or whatever the case may be, the baby would be killing her. Then they're like, okay, yeah, you can have an abortion for that. But in my opinion, abortion should not be something that's like, oh, you could do it only if you're about to be on your deathbed. Why can't I just do it just because? All right. This is something that really infuriates me. And doing a lot of research, reading a lot of different people's opinions about different things, you would say, well, if you don't want to have a baby, as you're a woman, if you don't want to have a baby, then why don't you just get your tubes tied? You could have women who want to get their tubes tied. Even to today, they want to get their tubes tied. All right. And what happened? They'll go to their doctor. Hey, I want to get my tubes tied. I don't want to have any kids. Let's say that they don't have any kids. I don't want to have any kids. I want to get my tubes tied. Well, and this happens. It's very rare, very, 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 very rare that it does not happen, but it happens more often than not. Okay. Where you would have a doctor, you say, hey, I want to get my tubes tied. Oh, well, what if your husband, I'm single. Well, what if your mom wants grandkids? What if this person, what if you change your mind later? Well, what if, and then they'll keep denying the woman the access to get her tubes tied. But then something happens, someone slips up, she ends up pregnant. You're like, well, you got to have a baby. Well, I wanted to get my tubes tied prior. Oh, well, you didn't get it done. I know we denied you multiple times, but oh, well. I mean, women are getting denied just something like that. And getting tubes tied is a surgical procedure. I find it interesting that the blame all the responsibility is constantly put on the women. Meanwhile, you'll have the males who are over here, and then no one says, always make sure you wear a condom. Always make sure you get a vasectomy at age blah blah. It's like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. I get we need sperm for, I get that we need sperm to, get to an egg for you to have a baby. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that you got pregnant and that's your problem. And now we have more restrictions. I actually do have like this little chart up here, and I will make sure that I put it up here, as y'all know I do. Okay. And it's talking about the national abortion landscape. And they're talking about all of the places where abortions are banned or are likely to be banned. Those are the ones in red. As you can see, you have Florida, you have a lot of the southern states, Texas is included in there. And then you have the blue, which is protected or likely protected from, the abortion ban, for example. Not many of them, as you can tell. All right. I mean, you're looking at this. There are not many states on that list. All right. You got a lot of the northern states, like the New Yorks, the New Jerseys up there. You have a lot of those. You have Illinois. Okay. So you do have something in the Midwest. You got California, Alaska, but it's not many states. Then you have some which are uncertain, and that, we can't really judge based on that because we don't know necessarily where, where the dime is going to drop on that, so as we see, there are a lot of places that are saying you can't do it. So what you're going to have is you're going to have women who are going to travel across state lines. And in my opinion, I haven't heard too much about this, but I think people are going to go more towards the medical tourism route. And for people who don't know what that is, that's essentially you traveling to a different country to get a medical procedure done. Okay, whatever the case may be, dental, if you get a BBL or something like that, you would go to a different country to get that done because it'll be cheaper and, in this case, legal. So it's just different things like this that is really irritating me. But something that I actually seen, which was, it's helpful. So it's helpful. So that's all I can really say about it. It's unfortunate that it needs to be there, but it is helpful. And I put it up right over here, and it says these companies will cover abortion travel costs for employees. Okay. Now, Amazon, I did hear they are on here. For some reason, they're not on this list right here, but I did see that they were on here. Well, you have Amazon, Disney, Meta, which is Facebook, Condé Nast, Zillow, BuzzFeed, Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh yeah, I see Amazon right here. Levi's, JP Morgan Chase. You got Starbucks, Yelp, Microsoft, Apple, Citigroup, MasterCard, Netflix, Tesla, Lyft. Now, the only problem with this, and I named quite a bit of companies, and they have their subsidiaries and whatnot. So it's great. But the problem is, if you don't work here for these companies, then 9 times out of 10, I mean, not 9 times out of 10, they won't, travel. They won't pay for the travel costs because you're not an employee. So that's one of the bad things. I mean, it's good that they're helping in this crazy time that we even need this assistance. But at the same time, it doesn't help everyone. All right. Something that, with all of this, I'm just like really annoyed. Okay. So if it seems like I'm bouncing around and whatnot, I'm just really annoyed with all of this. It's just completely unnecessary. And this makes me more and more every day know that my future decision is going to be right. All right. My goal is to get the F out of America. I hate this place, yo. I really hate this place. I've been hating it for a long time, and this is just one extra nail, okay? And I'm done. Like, I have plans. Once I get enough money, I'm gonna be out this BO. Like, I just can't. There's no point in staying here unless you are a rich white dude. They don't care about you, yo. They don't. And everyone that says, oh, well, I wouldn't leave, I don't think you should leave. Hey, I'll visit because I have family here, obviously. But outside of that, what's the point? What's the point? You're telling me, oh, well, you could only do this and that with your body, but you can't do this, you can't do that. You have all these stigmas put in place on women. You know, you got the pay inequality. I did an entire video with Google who had to pay, I think they had to pay each person like an extra $15,000 or $17,000 because that's how much they were shortchanging them in comparison to their male counterparts. And we're constantly having that. We have women who, you know, domestic violence, you know, in terms of gun use. I did a video on that. You know, we have guns, mass shootings. Why would anybody want to be here? Seriously, why would anybody want to be here? Why would anybody even want to visit this place? The only reason why I would do it if I lived overseas will only to visit my family, and that's it. And then I'm out. I'm just like so done with this place. You know, I mean, if you're cool with staying in America, you know, for the rest of your life, cool. But my goal is to leave because there's no point in staying. There's literally no point in staying here. There really isn't. And I'm just so done with this place, yo. And I knew this was something that was going to be coming, not necessarily in this way, but I knew it was about time. All right. So as you guys know, Clarence Thomas, he's the black dude that's a part of the Supreme Court. Okay. So this is what his next plan is. So, and I'll put it up on the screen. It says Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas says gay rights contraception rulings should be reconsidered after Roe is overturned. So you just overturned it, and you may be like, gay rights? Wait, what is he talking? I mean, what are you talking about? What's going on, right? So it says Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas on Friday said landmark high court rulings that established gay rights and contraception rulings should be reconsidered now that the, you know, Roe versus Wade has been revoked and overturned. The cases he mentioned are Griswold versus Connecticut, the 1965 ruling in which the Supreme Court said married couples have the right to obtain contraceptives. Also, Lawrence versus Texas, which is in 2003, established the right to engage in private sexual acts. In the 2015 ruling of Obergefell, I know I butchered that name, versus Hodges, which said has the right to have same-sex marriages. So this is what's happening. And I didn't think they would even stoop to even touch that, but apparently they will. So you already have them saying, yo, you know, you want abortion unless the woman is on her deathbed. And some, they said rape or incest, they don't even give a F about that. They said if that happened to you, oh well, you're gonna have the kid regardless. So whatever with that. But they're saying if you were to have so we have abortion, for example, all right? That one's out. You can't do that anymore. Now, what I was saying, that they're going to start attacking women's voting rights, all right? That's what I was thinking was going to be the next step. Why not? I mean, you're already messing with the voting rights of anyone else now. I mean, who's to say that this wouldn't be the next thing? But now what you're doing is you're saying, oh, well, you can't get, you know, like condoms or, you know, whatever, IUDs, whatever they're going to put in there. They're going to make sure that they throw the whole kitchen sink in there. All right. Now you're saying pretty much like a weird ban, outlaw of same-sex sex. I don't know why. I don't know how that's going to work out. Then they're saying gay marriages, they're going to start going after that. I'm telling y'all, this is just one thing after the next. And all I'm seeing is that it's going to get worse and worse. So, you know, people are saying, well, you know, that's when we vote Republican. You know, we got to vote blue no matter who. Y'all need to stop that. All right. Because by you guys saying, oh, well, let's just go and get blue and red, blue and red, blue and red, blue and red. That's all we have. That's all that we have had throughout the entire history of the United States. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Where has that gotten you? What have you really gotten from that? Nothing. You've gotten nothing. Out of everything that you should have gotten, the minimum wage is still at $7.25, y'all. You still do not have Medicare for all. There's so many things that you do not have. You have a kid. How much does that cost? Go over to Canada. Tell me how much that costs over there. Okay? They're paying almost nothing. because their taxes actually go towards medical stuff. It's not for-profit systems. What we have here are heavy for-profit systems here, y'all. That's the problem. It's all about money, 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 control, control, control. Hey, I'm a Christian. I'm going to go and put my Christian beliefs on you. That's what all of this is. Oh, well, but God said, well, I don't give a F about God. I don't care. If I'm not religious, what does that have to do with me? Well, but I said God matters, but I'm not religious. You're putting your own religious beliefs. What happened to the separation between church and state? This is what I'm saying. That never was a thing. And I've been saying this for years. I'm like, this is not a thing. People are saying, oh yeah, there's a separation between church and state. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not, y'all. Just look on your money, yo. I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And you have males, Christian males, who were putting their own beliefs on what they think is right onto other people. And even if you are Christian and you're like, you know what, I want an abortion. Well, I said you shouldn't get one. Well, who cares? Who are you? You know, so this is the problem that we're having, and it's getting worse. And all they're going to do, everything that we have worked for, you know, we have the gay rights, we have the gay marriages, all that, all the stuff that we have worked for to try to get, you know, to be quote unquote normalized. They're going to say, nah, I know you wanted that to be normal. Nah, we ain't making that normal. I know y'all wanted abortions to be normalized. We ain't making that normal, y'all. We're going to reverse everything. So what needs to happen is we need to have a real third party. Okay, that's what really needs to happen. We need a real third party. We need to get all these people out. We really need to get all these people out. It does not help for y'all to keep saying, let's vote blue no matter who. It does matter. Okay, it does matter. You look at Obama and you're like, well, you know, Obama, he was good. He was not good, y'all. The only reason why he really got in is because he said hope and change and he was black, and y'all were like, ooh, another black dude. Yay. Our first black dude. But he was the same people. It really matters who you are and what you are willing to do, not what you look like. Doesn't matter if you have a vagina. Doesn't matter if you have a penis. Are you going to serve your American people properly? Yes or no? That's all it comes down to. And if your answer is, well, you don't need to be there. It's as simple as that. You know, I really enjoyed Bernie Sanders. I even, you know, helped to donate towards his campaign and whatnot. But I was like, You're like, oh, well, you know, I dropped out, you know, let's support Biden again if he runs. No, dude, we ain't doing that. We wanted you. We wanted you, and you didn't want to do anything. You're like, oh man, you know, I'm just going to, dude, this is the problem that we have. And people are just like, well, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. They both are bad. Go to a different party. Pick somebody else. Pick somebody new. That's what needs to happen. And all these people that they're like, oh, I'm progressive, and all they're doing is folding, and we constantly see them folding, y'all. We constantly see them folding. Oh, but AOC said that AOC, come on, y'all. Come on. Let's be real. All of those, the progressive party. Oh, we're here for you guys. And then when y'all have a way to make some real change, y'all disappear, and y'all like, well, yeah, they got nothing to do with me, and y'all doing that, and then y'all just disappear. You have an entire platform, you don't use it. You know, so this is like really aggravating me. It's really annoying because there's no reason for this. All this is doing is just it's lessening our rights as women, period. You know, I mean, we already live in a patriarchal society, and if you didn't already know that, I don't know where you've been. All right, so all it's doing is making it worse on women. It's lowering our rights. And people, you know, I know people are saying like, oh, well, the guy, you know, he'll have to pay child support. If you really look, the amount of child support the average guy pays is really not that much. It really is not that much. Not to deal with waking up in the middle of the night, buying clothes, buying formula, daycare, you know, taking care of the kid, you know, when they're up and all that. It's not even dealing with any of that. So, $300 a month, $400, $500 a month, that does not even count towards all that. And this is what also gets me. It's like, hey, well, you guys have to be forced to have a kid. Well, baby formula shortage is still a thing. Okay. You're forcing people to have a kid, but then you can't even give the kid any nutrition, which is crazy. Maternal care. So we can't even, or maternal leave. We can't even get days off, mandated, government mandated days off of work. You can't even get that. Really? And if you do, which we don't even have that, but let's say you work for a company that does, you're not getting as much time as you really need off for your body to recover, for you to, connect with your kid. None of that. So you're not giving any of that. Your daycare, where's this extra money that you think that everyone just has laying around? What you want is for people to have the kids, and then they get the little credit cards, and then now they have to max everything out. Now they're going to be in eternal debt, and then it's just feeding into your crappy system, and that's all that's happening, y'all. But I'm getting worked up. I'm getting worked up. But those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Let me know if you guys are as outraged as I am on this subject matter. And until then.